So I'm going to read description of my the same video on the previous one. I don't know you what attention is all they need want. I'm sorry, the need is one. The, a paper published by Google. Anyways, so by the way, the thumbnail is not by me. I don't know how they provided that thumbnail, but there you go. I just wanted to read this for everyone. Uh, I think therefore I am. But guess what? They have grabbed your attention, and you no longer think what you could have been thinking. Now, in a way, you sort of died because you no longer have your own identity or identities. You have stopped thinking, questioning, knowing, and understanding. This will keep you going, leading into doomsday. Well, I'm great. Uh, I'm not gonna say a great fan, but I'm highly inspired by the uh, Rene Descartes, the analytic geometry, father of Cartesian geometry and sort of thing. So he said, he's a great philosopher. He said, I think, therefore I am. And back in those time, 16, 17, that time, it was said that, churches used to rule the world to some extent. So whatever churches were going to say, that was true. You're not going to stand against the authorities and everyone. Giordano Bruno, I think you might have heard of him as well. So when he said, "I think therefore I am," it was very lengthy one, but to put in very simple words, he said, "I think therefore I am" means my thoughts create my identity, and it's good that we should keep thinking and sort of things. So and I think that makes sense. When you are trying to make your points, you are sort of alive, right? It makes you, it gives you an existence like any, I don't know what is that. Okay, this reminds me of two quotes, though I don't remember who said them. I was there were, I know when and what time it was sent, and like in which period it was sent. I think it was sent said by Roman Empire, Alexandria. I don't remember exactly, but it's that time. Give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt. So that's happening. So give them bread means, in the sense you're dependent on someone. You always need. I'm not pretty sure about that, but bread has caused the Russian revolution. I don't remember. I'm not pretty sure about that either. But when you're too much dependent on the government or the society or some other people in the society, it's not wrong to rely and depend on it. That's how we are. That's how the society is all about. But just completely dependent, right? Like as if you have no existence, you just can't do anything at all. Just, yeah, UBS, Universal Basic Income, UBI. Circuses is basically just keep entertaining them, just keep entertaining the politicians doing corruptions. So one blaming another guy, and who's to blame? He's to blame, Mr. Blame. Anyway, so he blames him, her, he, she, he did the corruption. We're not into those things. I'm not into who get the corruption, whatever. Just these people are creating circuses, and you're just like one of those audiences, and you're never revolting. Like you're never questioning what the hell is going on. I mean, come on, just fix the mess, get us where we want to, where the society is supposed to be. So in a corrupted society, you might need to revolt one day or another. It's questioning the policies and that are being passed and implemented. I don't know if you're aware of these things, but federal reserves and those sort of things. We just read that. I watched this documentary Inside Job. Just did not blindly believe it, but it does raise a number of questions. That who are those people running the offices? And yep, common man is a fool. So yeah, we are sort of fool. Just saying yes to everything. We know what's happening, but we never question. Just okay, we are not bothered about it, and I'm not either, because I cannot bring a change the day tomorrow. What I can do, Max, is refuse what's happening. Just raising my voice, sort of things. I just cannot risk my life. That's what I've mentioned in the end, by the way. But well, don't be stubborn. Don't be fooled. Don't be stubborn. Be non-conformist and question authority. Of course, don't be foolish enough to end up your life trying to conform. um how to do that copy thing? Okay, it works. Try not to conform to son of a bitch, what people think are norms, questioning things and your logic satisfied and go ahead. Unfortunately, the education system isn't making you someone who thinks deeply. Instead, it's making you believe education is the best investment. I think it's said by Benjamin Franklin or Alexander. Yeah, I don't remember. So he said education is the best, highest giving return sort of thing. But I think by that he means learning, not making you invest and spending money on education, high tuition fees and sort of things. Anyways, so I so it's misleading and you spend a lot of money instead of learning and questioning, but it's turning you into someone who in the future could be low salaried. You hardly get salary paid. Bankruptcies will lead to unemployment and sort of things. Then you print a lot of money. High tax paying, financially illiterate consumers consuming products and typing without actually dying without actually creating any value to the society. So the very thing of capitalism is like, it's about encouraging you to spend. It's not to create value out of nothing, but try to find try to solve problems. The very first page of Wealth of the Nation by Adam Smith starts with, it's not by gold or by silver that the wealth of the nation was, but by labor that the wealth of the nation was created or was purchased. All the wealth of the nation was purchased. So the point that he was trying to make is like, there is no wealth, but it's all labor. Yeah, and he might have had tried to convince you, labor people, like, we are getting valued sort of things, but he did actually mean that, labor are the people with deciding. It's not only about white blue collar things. It's everyone. We are part of the system. We should keep creating values and encourage. Of course, there needs to be someone who is going to consume, and otherwise you cannot keep producing, right? There has to be some consumer, but falling you into consuming something that you don't need. I i need laptops, I need brand new phones. That's wrong. Yeah, okay. You need healthcare, you need good life, you need good education, you need food, cloth, shelter, and independence from big large institutions, whatever. In the end, just don't follow me. I mean, there was just believe this fact that there was no YouTube guy, who created content or whatever description. Just learn to think deeply and forget me. Don't follow me, because that's how gurus are created. The same gurus are not supreme. When there is a new YouTube guy, in the very beginning, he'll try to actually create some value, and eventually he'll be corrupted by making you doom. Out of nowhere he'll start promoting his own, what do you say, sponsored dudes, and it's sort of cheating you only. But yeah, so these same gurus are not supreme but only human like you and me, and they have greed. I was trying to fix, I studied a lot and was trying to find what's the final solution to the economics, the corruption and sort of things. The answer always leads me to one problem, and it's human corruption. Corruption, human greed, and corruption. No matter what you do, the people in power. There is this woman I know, Joina, in her book, The Confessions. She mentioned power corrupts, so corruption is more powerful than power itself. So yeah, so there is this corruption and greed, but I think greed is more powerful than corruption itself. So it's a greed, and greed is human. You just cannot kill that unless and until you feel like everyone is in family and sort of things. Don't forget, you think, yeah, why I'm saying just forget me is because just don't follow me or anyone. Don't forget, you think, therefore you will exist. Your existence is all about your thoughts, right? But if you're taking my advice or following someone or keeping my advice in your mind or thoughts, so forget me. My content is simply learning. Just forget me by learning that, okay, what he said is all about learning, and just move on. I think, therefore I am, and my attention should be in my control, which is why you should try not to just fall for this trap of YouTube or whatever. If you questions, okay, this is something nice one. If you questions, if you have questions like, you know what, if you started with this one line, I think, therefore I am, and my existence is all about my thoughts and sort of thing. So it raises this final question that does really, does my existence really matter? Well, the answer is self-explanatory. It does. It really does. But let's say in the worst case scenario, you feel like your existence really doesn't matter at all. Well, the answer is true. It doesn't matter. It's true. But then it raises another question. By the way, I've mentioned here that, yes, to my surprise, not everyone asks this question. I'm not trying to, let me read it for you. You're someone who at least can think and question. So if you have asked this question, you're someone who is raising this question. Mainly, you're a good thinker. Flows. I was not trying to release dopamine in your mind, like, just wow, he just called me a good deep thinker, whatever. The point that I'm trying to make here is not everyone is able to raise few questions. They just, okay, hmm, okay, he's right. But if you fall to understand, but if you fail to understand the answer to this question, that if your existence really matter, well, the answer is say no. Actually, your existence does matter. But if you fail to understand that, well, the answer is no. It's okay. Your existence doesn't matter. But what could be better than falling for other people, living other people lives, right? I mean, but if you fail to understand that the answer is no, then the answer is no. uh, Oh, there is typo. Okay. Your existence doesn't matter. This raises more questions. Why are people trying to influence me? Why do influencers make more money, hell of a money actually, which essentially means they have some value. They are creating some value. You can do that, or why they have value, by the way. So yeah, why? And eventually you'll end up realizing that your existence does matter, at least to your family. And I don't it's not conspiracy, but I don't think, if there is someone in my house who is not he but or she but somebody else, right? So okay, this last